Oh my gosh, Bitcoin is down again, like every other cryptocurrency. So the bubble is just crashed now. We are just going to lose everything that we invested. Oh my gosh. No. It's not like that. I told you a couple of days ago, go down is completely normal. Even go down like this much from 20,000 more or less down to the minimum. I think it was about 12,000. So 40%, it's normal because it's just growing so much that is the right proportion to use. Problem is that now it's going down again. But if you watched my video yesterday, I told you so. I say, yeah, you know what? Normally, when it goes down, it goes up very quickly. Like in this case, from December the 8th, went down very quickly to December the 10th, so a couple of days, and then back in a couple of days again. So it was always very quick. Same thing there, down and up, down and up. It's always been very quick, but just yesterday I told you, you know, it's Christmas. Today is the 24th of December. It's Christmas Eve. You know, it's kind of normal that it's not going to move very quickly up or down. I think that for a couple of days it will be kind of stable around this area. I don't think it's going to go under this minimum. I think it's going to go under the 12,000, and Ethereum is not going to be under the 550 and so on, you see. But notice even this thing. Yesterday I told you why every cryptocurrency moved at the same time now. Before it wasn't this way, but now they are controlled by funds, by big boys basically, funds and banks and so on. And now notice this element. The minimum that they did the 22nd is not been breaking on any of the cryptocurrency. Any. You see, this minimum is always higher than this one, and so on, always higher. There is a reason why, because the way the big boy decide if they have to go up and down is using this kind of signal. The fact that they didn't break that minimum means that they are going to go up. They may be horizontal for a little bit, few days. I don't think that much. I think really few days. Maybe that the 27th they start again very quickly, and maybe a bit longer, I don't know. But it's a very strong signal, this one. Trust me, it's a strong signal. So don't panic. And if you looked all the other cryptocurrency, you see they got the same movement. I told you yesterday they will always move in the same way. Now, the only difference may be the speed. You see, the bouncing up of Ethereum was kind of good, but if you look at the Ripple one, was amazing. I mean, from there to this maximum there, they almost got back to the highest point ever in just a few hours. So this was a very strong bounce, because Ripple is a great coin. It's really good, and is, even if it's one of the biggest, it's still kind of undervalued. I invested on Ripple quite a lot, and I also reinvested a few days ago. Actually invested more or less at this point when it was 73, and still, even with this huge down, I'm still positive, even if I just invested a few days ago. So nothing to be worried about. Litecoin is another one I invested very heavily. Well, on this one I invested a while back when it was around 50 bucks. So I invested when it was more or less, no, this was already 100. So it was 56, is too much. Maybe it was 51 bucks when I bought it, and I bought quite a lot of this one. And obviously you see, boom, I'm very happy with it. And once again, if we zoom in a little bit, we will see that this new minimum is way higher than this one. So I'm kind of confident. It's nothing to be worried about. Once again, what I'm going to do is just buy as much as I can now, because it's a great moment to buy. And the best thing is that this moment will last a few days, so we have time to do our research and decide where we want to invest. Even if you're a newbie and we don't know anything, we can decide. Now, all of these coins that I'm showing you, great coin. If you want to invest, pick one of these one, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, Cardano, Iota. All of them are great. So, what do you want to see? Now, Iota, the minimum is very close to this minimum there. 303 and 307. Oh, that was very, very close. But still, didn't break it. So that's the important bit. But you can see that this reaction is a little bit less strong than the Ripple one. But yeah, that's not the thing. Study the project behind a coin, and if you think there is a great coin that will have success in the long term, then invest in it. But invest on the long term. The short term is still risky. Plus, I mean, look at this movement. Let's see if I can show you 1 year. Look at this movement. Do you really think you can make more in the short-term investment in a long term? I mean, if you just invested a few months ago, it would be 1,200, and now is 13. So you would have multiplied by 10 in a few months. What do you want more? Just invest in the long term, and then you will see that they will be very profitable. After this huge moment of the Bitcoin, I'm telling you now, the best thing that you will do is not invest on the short term on the cryptocurrency, because this huge revenue in the long term won't last forever. But the best thing to do won't be the short term, but would be ICO. Mark my words, there will be lots of millionaires created thanks to ICO. Investing very little money, you will make millions. Now, study ICO, study as much white paper as you can. It's boring, yes, but when you make millions, it's not boring anymore. But so yeah, this is not the topic of today's video. Today's video is, don't worry about this movement. It's a natural movement. It's completely alright. Didn't break the minimum that we have the other day, so it's normal. It's Christmas. After Christmas, we will be back up. Told you yesterday, tell you again now. So yeah,